have to like dress nice, and you can only put
Yeah.
so much. You only put so much lipstick on the pig before it becomes, untenable.
You can still fuck it. That's the beginning of the
You
show.
speaking
That's
from
the beginning of the show.
experience?
That's the start of the show.
Hi everybody, welcome to Smark Avengers. My name's Corey. With me is Dylan and John. Guys, how's it going?
Uh-oh.
Good one.
Good.
It's a good open.
Hi.
I haven't fucked any pigs.
Me neither.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Guys, this is the first time we've actually met to record in like a couple of weeks. How did the holidays treat you that have already been over for a month for those listening at home?
I didn't sleep as much as I wanted to.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the story of my life.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping too much either
I
these days.
drank, I ate, and that was about it.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, today we are going to be continuing in our Marvel vs. DC bracket tournament. So, for those listening, this is like the 6th or 7th episode that we've done on this, where we've compiled the list of participants. We put them in our matches, and in the 2 episodes, about a month ago actually, we went through the Marvel Heroes bracket, and we went through the Marvel Villains bracket. So we know already, in the final 4 representing Marvel, we have Scarlet Witch representing the Marvel Heroes, and we have we have Apocalypse representing the Marvel Villains.
Dr. Apocalypse, please.
Dr. Apocalypse, his PhD in End of the World. So today, we're going to be going to the right side of the bracket, to the DC side, where we'll be working through the first round matchups all the way to determine who's going to be representing the DC heroes. Any feelings, any thoughts on what we're going to do today? I mean, we've done this before.
I'm just devastated that Sonic the Hedgehog didn't make the cut.
He was a contender. I guess, but now,
I don't think he was. I thought he was. You all said no to Sonic the Hedgehog. You're all very
we
very
have to
clear.
draw a
that you want
line
Sonic the Hedgehog.
somewhere, because then that would also have put AEW wrestlers as applicable. Homelander just showed up in the DCKO tournament. That weird little doll from the Annabelle movies is there too. Like, we got to draw a line.
Right. What you're saying is all of those losers are on the same level as Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm saying Sonic the Hedgehog is much, much higher in terms of status, talent, ability, longevity, than Orange Cassidy. That's what I'm saying. Don't try to make them on this. Come on now.
No, I'm just saying the argument could be made. It'd be a terrible argument, but it could be
I
made.
feel the level. Surely the cutoff point is AW comic. Surely that's the all right.
I still can't believe there's going to be a 2-issue miniseries, like just a 2-issue miniseries. Have a 1-shot or have a 4-issue. Don't have a 2. Like, even the writers at DC, even Steve Orlando himself couldn't come up with fucking 4 issues for that.
You'll probably see that, yeah. That they can't even do 2 issues early.
Do we have to read? Should we read it when it comes out?
No.
Okay.
God, no.
I don't
you can
know.
read it.
There's a part of me that thinks we
You
should.
can read it to us. You can read it to us.
We'll just like the Charles cast. We'll each take on roles and we'll do a dramatic reading. That's a reference very few people are gonna get.
Nobody's gonna fit out.
Oh boy. Anyway, so how this is gonna work? We're gonna go through the matches. We're gonna have person versus person. We will kind of weigh our thoughts on who we think would win. If it is a unanimous decision, that person moves on. If it is not unanimous, we're going to take it to the wheel. The wheel has our names on it multiple times. We'll spin it, and whoever's name it lands on, it's their pick to win. That's how we keep upsets happening. That's how we keep Cinderella stories going on, and we make the thing a little less predictable. Case in point, how Scarlet Witch ended up winning for the Marvel Heroes side, which I think surprised all of us. I mean, still a little strange. I feel like Apocalypse wasn't a bad choice for the Marvel villain side, though, right? I feel like that one was okay.
I don't think he was the obvious choice, but yeah, I'm kind of happy with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm a little bewildered. I mean, but that's the wheel. That's what we do. So, are you guys ready to get this going for the DC Hero side?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you over on the spreadsheet. Or not spreadsheet, but the bracket. As you can see, we are back to our bracket. You see we have Scarlet Witch over here and Apocalypse representing the Marvel side. We're going to move our way through this upper right-hand portion. So, to get us started, we're going to have two characters. Two characters that are a very big fan favorites, cult favorites in a lot of ways. And I'm going to go ahead and say I think 2026 is going to be a big year for Lobo with Jason Momoa playing him in the upcoming Supergirl movie. But that being said, we have the Zarnarian bounty hunter Lobo versus the Kryptonian Supergirl from Earth 2, Power Girl. Any thoughts immediately that come to mind for you when you think of Lobo versus Supergirl or Power Girl?
What does Lobo do?
All right. Well, Lobo, like I said, Lobo's had a big period of time in the 80s and 90s. Became a big fan favorite. He was introduced in Omega Men #3 in June of 1983. But his powers are he is functionally immortal. He's superhuman strength. He has a healing factor and considered invulnerable. Let me go a little bit into his stuff. So he is an expert marksman and hand-to-hand combatant. His body can regenerate. He has a genius level intellect. And at one point, he had the ability to duplicate and clone himself. So if you made him bleed, another version of him would come out of his blood.
How does that work?
Yeah. I think they undid it for that reason. But yeah, so Lobo is a ruthless bounty hunter. He has one rule. Once he takes a contract, he finishes it no matter what, even if it risks injury. If he has a counter contract for even more money, then he will drop that contract for it instead. So Lobo has done battle and gone hand-to-hand with Superman. He has done battle with Etrigan the Demon. He is a morally gray character. He's, on the side of devils and angels. So sometimes you see Lobo and he's with you and sometimes he's against you. In a recent Superman storyline where Brainiac basically did a mass takeover, Lobo was fighting with Superman until he found out that Brainiac had actually kept some of his fellow Zarnarians alive and decided he was going to hang out with those guys instead because they were his family. Because Lobo is also the last of his kind. He's sort of a opposite of Superman. He's not morally good, but he's Lobo. He's a bounty hunter. He's crude. He's fun. Power Girl, on the opposite end, is a Kryptonian. So she's got all the perks of being a Kryptonian. Superhuman strength, speed, durability, heat ray, ice breath, etc. She's a powerhouse, to say the least. She also has a bit of an attitude. She's someone who kind of was stranded in a universe that doesn't really belong to her. So there's, she coexists with Supergirl. They're kind of odd sisters in a weird way, if you can be a sister with an older version of yourself from an opposite world. So yeah. Any thoughts, though, on Power Girl versus Lobo?
Here's what I'm gonna say. All right. I don't know if this is gonna be controversial or whatever. Although most of my thoughts on these shows have been controversial. You said that Power Girl is kind of like Superman,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and Lobo has fought Superman.
Yes, she is technically Superman's cousin, even though she is from a parallel Earth. She is still his cousin from that parallel Earth, on that Earth that he is also.
And Lobo has fought Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Superman has presumably beaten Lobo.
They have gone to a draw a few times, but yes, Superman has been able to beat Lobo. Usually, Lobo goes to extreme lengths in order to, try to one-up Superman in the sense of putting other people in danger, putting innocents in danger, being more reckless and dangerous in general to kind of put that stress on Superman where he's having to choose between fighting the guy and also protecting civilians from collateral damage. I mean, he can go toe-to-toe with a Kryptonian and will usually have a bit of an edge for that reason is Lobo doesn't give a shit. He's a biker from space for all intents and purposes.
From Mars?
No, his planet
Is
is
he a mouse?
Yeah. Wow. You guys had biker mice from Mars in the UK? I had no idea.
Oh, fucking
Cool.
rip, dude! Everybody loved it.
You know, there's a biker mice from Mars
Well,
comic out right now.
we'll review that instead of the AW comic.
There we go.
Why did we put any of
Yeah.
the biker mice from Mars on this list?
Well, they're from a different publisher.
There's always a catch.
Always a catch.
I'm gonna go with Power Girl.
You're gonna go with Power Girl. Okay.
Mhm.
John, thoughts?
I mean, I was leaning towards Lobo because if he's basically immortal, then like, how are you supposed to beat that? Like, if he can regenerate and take whatever Power Girl's throwing at him, surely there's only going to be one winner in that sort of fight.
So
It
Lobo
sounds
usually
like a
gets
wheel.
Lobo usually gets beaten because of boredom or taking another contract. Like, he doesn't get soundly defeated. He gets distracted, if anything else.
Right, and don't you think Power Girl could find a way to distract Lobo?
I'm sure he could. I'm sure she could.
Mm-hmm.
Without stating the obvious. So I am inclined to go because I think we have another Kryptonian. Yeah, we definitely have another Kryptonian on the board. For the sake of keeping it a little fresh, I will go Lobo on my end.
Whatever.
So Dylan's going Power Girl. I'm gonna go Lobo. John, where are you residing?
I'm gonna stick with Lobo.
Okay, Dylan, we're going to the wheel. Are you comfortable with this? The wheel has been both kind and unkind to you.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with anything anymore.
Okay. All right, so our names are on here multiple times. Whoever it lands on, their pick will go. And Dylan, it looks like the wheel loves you today. Power Girl is going to advance over Lobo.
Oh, I'm gonna vote against Batman just to see what happens.
What is it? Yeah, Batman's on the list. All right, so our next matchup, we have the Princess of Themyscira, Wonder Woman, and we have the King of Atlantis, Aquaman. Both of these founding members of the Justice League of America have worked together on and off for years. In the Flashpoint continuity, which was created when Barry Allen went back in time to prevent his mother from being murdered, Wonder Woman and Aquaman had an arranged marriage that ended in a bloody war where Aquaman's concubine was murdered by he assumed to be Amazonians, and thus the Kingdom of Atlantis declared war on Paradise Island and Themyscira. So, you guys are familiar with Wonder Woman, and we have talked at great length about Aquaman in previous episodes, which is weird to say.
Mm-hmm.
Initial thoughts, or is there any other information you would like to know about Wonder Woman and or Aquaman?
Is this current Aquaman?
This is current Aquaman as of right now. Now, we talked a bit off mic about how the DC KO storyline that is going on, the rumor is that Aquaman's going to be the winner of that tournament and get a significant power boost and will become a cosmic entity and will become Emperor Aquaman. However, at this time,
That hasn't happened
that
yet.
has not happened yet.
Also, at this time, Aquaman does not have a magic hand.
No, Aquaman doesn't have a magic hand. He has been learning water magic, though, and so he is able to do shit with water. Where previously he had to have a water hand to do it, now he doesn't have to have the water hand. He can just do it with his regular hands.
Okay, I'm voting for Wonder Woman.
Is that out of spite or?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, and I know whoever
that
the
water
Flash
hand.
is up against is gonna have an easy time as well. I'm just look, Wonder Woman. She's good. She gets people to tell the truth, and Aquaman talks to fish and doesn't have a magic hand.
All right, well, I'll run through their power sets real quick. So, Wonder Woman, superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, senses, agility, reflexes, flight. There's divine lightning manipulation in there. She can absorb energy and project it through her bracelets. She has a level of magic. She is immune to most mind control, thanks in part to the lasso of truth that she carries with her. She has super breath, is bulletproof. She has tons of shit. She's half a in most continuities these days. She's half a god because they run with the idea that her father was actually Zeus and that she was not just a divine baby that was made out of clay, like the original, stuff was. So yeah, heavy hitter all around. Also trained warrior. That goes a long way as well. Aquaman, he is Atlantean hybrid, so he has superhuman strength, durability, speed, endurance, can breathe underwater, can swim super fast. He can manipulate and have telepathic control over aquatic life, as well as he has learned hydrokinesis, and he is skilled with a trident, as well as a military and tactical mindset from being a leader of men in Atlantis. So in a lot of ways, they do pair very well together as opponents. The question then is, again, Dylan is going Wonder Woman out of spite. John, did anything I say sway you one direction or another?
Well, I think the key thing to kind of make my decision is where is this fight taking place? Because if it's on land, I think Wonder Woman has obviously got the edge due to all of her power set and everything. But if it's in the ocean, then I would say Aquaman probably has the advantage. So it's like I mean, presumably this is taking place on land because it'd be pretty fucking weird if they're just starting a fight in the water. Like so I would say probably Wonder Woman is gonna come out on top between these two.
I am inclined to agree. Now, Aquaman has like his skill set does not diminish on land. The only thing that impacts it is it's kind of hard to summon aquatic life when you're on land, but he still has the strength and durability. I mean, he's functionally bulletproof just because his body is so used to the depths of the deep sea. But I am also inclined. I'm gonna also go with Wonder Woman on this one as well. I think when it comes to like hand-to-hand combat, I don't think there's really many people that can stand up to Wonder Woman, and I feel like that's going to be a continuous thing in this tournament. Is if you're going to go against Wonder Woman, you're going to have to go against a very skilled warrior who is super strong and durable on top of it. So no need to go to a wheel. We're going to have Wonder Woman advance past Aquaman. Up next, though, we have Nightwing, the original Boy Wonder, the original Robin, skilled acrobat, detective, hand-to-hand combatant, up against the Flash, and this one is the Wally West version, who is the fastest man alive. We have talked at great lengths about the Flash's powers and skill set. I will say that on the onset, this looks like a bit of a wash, because Flash is a speedster. He can literally run so fast, he can go back in fucking time. The problem is that Dick Grayson and Wally West, who are Nightwing and the Flash, are longtime best friends, and Dick Grayson was raised by Batman. So if there's anyone who's going to know how to exploit a weakness and know a weakness, it's going to be the guy who's been his best friend for fucking years. So I'm not going to say it's a total wash. I'm going to say that I feel like Nightwing might have a puncher's chance on this one. Any thoughts, though, immediately on Nightwing versus the Flash?
Nightwing.
I mean, we spent a considerable amount of time going over all of the different versions of the Flash and all the different powers that he has. And good grief, this guy is just brimming with bullshit abilities. So it's hard to bet against him in this one when he's basically against like a normal guy,
Yeah.
even if it is someone who has been trained by Batman and who knows him well. Like, yeah, it feels pretty one-sided to me.
Yeah, but I don't want to have to deal with the Flash again. I just don't want to have to do this again. We've already done it like
Okay,
4 times.
he's not going to beat Batman, that's for sure.
Well,
So we
I
have
think Nightwing versus Batman is a great bracket.
that's father versus son. Literally taught
Yeah,
him everything
instead
he
of
knows.
Batman. This sucks. This isn't fun. 'Cause if it's Flash versus Batman, Batman's gonna win anyway. So don't even bother.
That's it. That's okay. So that's we're not at Batman yet, but that is going to be a thing. Is the infamous plot armor that Batman has of prep time, as the online jokes have always been. Batman can beat almost anyone if he has enough prep time. So, but going back to it, Nightwing versus the Flash. Dylan is going Nightwing because Dylan doesn't like the Flash. John, you've acknowledged that the Flash has a significant power advantage. This is the Wally West version. This is the fastest man alive, faster than Barry Allen, faster than
Mm-hmm.
any other version. I want to take myself off the board on this one. I have a lot of bias. I really love Nightwing. I've been a fan of Nightwing for my entire life, so I want to take myself off the board. We can put it to a wheel.
That's pretty cheap.
If it lands on me, then we'll spin it again. But it'll be 50-50 John versus Dylan, if that's the route you guys want to go. If not, I mean, even if I decide on even if I go with Nightwing, then we're still gonna have to go to the wheel anyway because John's leaning towards Wally West.
What if you spin it and it lands on you, and you have to spin it again, and it lands on you again?
Okay.
Like at some point, you just gotta make a choice.
If that happens, then I will choose Nightwing. But we're gonna spin it right now.
Okay.
Boom.
There you go. So it landed on John, meaning that Wally West will advance past Nightwing.
My luck didn't hold out too long, did it?
It did not. But we mentioned
Never
the
does.
man earlier. We'll go ahead and talk about him now. In our next round, we have Batman versus Dr. Fate. Now, we all know Batman. We know that at the end of the day that he is a man, but he is also a man who is trained at the peak level of damn near everything, and he has infamous plot armor. How familiar are you guys with Dr. Fate, though?
Almost zero.
I mean, I know he was played by Pierce Brosnan.
That's more. So there have been multiple Dr. Fates. Traditionally, we will go with the Kent Nelson Dr. Fate. He's the most famous of them. So Dr. Fate is a powerful sorcerer and an agent for the Lords of Order. His amulet, cloak, and helmet are creations of the ancient Naboo, who is his mentor and spiritual guide. Let me go to his power set, because it's a lot of magic. All right. Divine Empowerment. So he possesses limited levels of superhuman abilities, which are mystical in nature, having been altered by Naboo himself to make him a capable bearer of the Helmet of Fate. While possessing limited abilities on his own, he can bolster his powers by using the Helmet of Fate or having his patron. So he's telekinetic, flight, invulnerability, superhuman strength, hypnosis. He can phase through solid objects, photokinesis, so he can manipulate light. And he is an expert at the occult and medical knowledge, as well as history and jujitsu. He has a lot of power limitations, though, so he's dependent on the Helmet of Fate. He's dependent on his patron. He is dependent on his... Basically, he has to be able to fucking breathe in order to cast magic. And also, he cannot simultaneously cast spells. So he cannot cast more than one spell at a time. So, we all know Batman, though. Batman is an expert at everything. Batman knows everyone's weakness. It was a very famous storyline under Grant Morrison's Justice League, where it was discovered that Batman had a file on every member of the Justice League and how to beat them if he had to. That being said, Batman was also trained by the great Zatara Zatanna, which is Zatanna's father, on magic, and knows how to counter a lot of magic, and knows how to recognize magic. So, that's a very long-winded way to say, what do you guys think?
I think it's a very long-winded way to say Batman's gonna win. Like, we can just write down Batman now.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna argue that point. I think with enough preparation time, Batman could beat pretty much anyone. But even then, like you say, he's already got all these plans in place anyway for, you know, how to beat his fellow heroes if they turn bad. So I would say he's probably got something up his sleeve to take Dr. Fate down.
Yep.
Even if he was just like thrown into a like fight with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to believe. I mean, there's certain things we did in the previous rounds where like Captain America and Spider-Man and stuff like got taken out in the first round. Well, no, Captain America made it to the second round, but Spider-Man got eliminated in the first round because he was up against Captain America. Dr. Fate is very powerful. There has only really been, despite a few instances where someone temporarily took over the mantle, there's only been one Batman, and there have been 3 Dr. Fates. So,
Anybody can do it.
if you have a level of magic and you can be guided by the orders, the spirits of order, then yeah.
Yeah, how hard could that be?
Yeah, we're gonna have Batman advance to the next round. In a fight that looks like it might go a very similar direction, we have the Emerald Archer of Star City, Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, up against Superman. So, Oliver Queen is an incredibly gifted archer, probably the best marksman in DC Comics. Tons of trick arrows at his disposal. He's an expert hand-to-hand combatant, and also has a chip on his shoulder and a bit of a mouth on him. So if there's anyone who can think that he's going to walk into a fight with Superman and stand a puncher's chance, it's probably going to be Oliver Queen. The opposite end is it is Superman. He is Kryptonian. He is the most powerful character in DC Comics. There's very little Superman can't do. That being said, opinions on Green Arrow versus Superman.
I mean, on paper, this is Superman's fight to lose, really. I mean, he's vastly overpowered in terms of, what Green Arrow brings to the table. But you never know. What if Green Arrow has like a kryptonite arrow in his, whatever the arrow bag is called?
I think it's just a quiver.
That'll do.
Now,
yeah, it seems like he's well prepared, doesn't he? Doesn't even have his own equipment yet.
So in the Dark Knight Returns, the Frank Miller storyline, Superman is defeated by Batman, or at least taken to a draw and has to retreat, partially due to Oliver Queen taking him out with or weakening him with a kryptonite-tipped arrow. So there is an established Oliver Queen getting one up on Superman, but that is
that's just swung it in my favor. I'm totally going for Green Arrow.
Are we gonna take it to the wheel?
I mean, I was gonna say Green Arrow is a bit, but like realistically, like it's Superman. Like,
yeah. That's true.
I mean, we can play all these games all we want. You can say Hawkeye could maybe, he has a chance against the Hulk, but really,
Hawkeye killed the Hulk.
He literally killed him.
Yeah, he
did
killed
he kill the Hulk or did he kill Bruce Banner?
Well,
no, he killed the Hulk.
Yeah, no.
How did he kill the Hulk?
It was like a weird arrow, right?
Yeah,
weird arrow.
Sure.
Yeah, weird arrow. Like gamma
radiation
arrow or something.
If Green Arrow gets a weird arrow,
kryptonite tipped
which
arrow,
apparently are very easy to get in comics, he could kill Superman. That we're saying?
Yeah.
In good conscience, I have to take it to the wheel.
Okay. Well, I'm going for Superman.
All right. So I'm going to go for Superman as well. I love Green Arrow. He's one of my top 3 characters of all time. But, yeah, I can't in good conscience have Superman get eliminated in the first round without giving the wheel a spin. So if it
kind of think we already fought.
If it lands on John...
If Spider-Man went out first.
Okay. So it landed on me. So it landed on each of us. It's being fair today so far. So it landed on me, so Superman will be advancing to the next round. Now, that's not necessarily a great victory for Superman, because in our next round, we have Booster Gold, the greatest hero you've never heard of, versus the Mistress of Magic, Zatanna. So, what are your familiarities with Booster Gold and Zatanna?
We talked about Zatanna before.
Yes, we talked about Zatanna when we did a draft to like kind of do a pick your Justice League essentially.
Right, because I'm pretty sure I drafted her at some point, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, so I'm gonna vote for her because I drafted her.
There you go.
I didn't even have to listen to what Gold has to say. It's a magic arrow or whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. Does he have a top hat?
I'm looking at it. You actually drafted Booster Gold, and I think Corey
I got
drafted Zatanna. So
What? That's bullshit. Well, I want to change my draft. I'm not changing my vote. I want to change my draft. I want Zatanna. You can have Booster Gold.
all right. So Zatanna is a master of various forms of magic that primarily commands magical energies, cosmic forces, and spellcasting through speaking commands backwards, although not always required. So basically, she will say things backwards, like she'll say, turn into a rabbit, but she'll say it backwards, and then you'll turn into a rabbit. She is also an expert at the occult and demonology, and a master stage magician and escape artist, as well as a skilled hand-to-hand combatant. Booster Gold is from the future, who he was working as a janitor in a museum for heroes, decided that he was going to steal a time machine and some hero gear and go back in time and make himself a superhero. That gear that he stole and took with him is a power suit that grants him superhuman strength, speed, endurance, and durability, a force field generator, energy blast through gauntlets, enhanced senses via a visor that he wears, and flight via a ring. He is an expert athlete and a hand-to-hand combatant as well. So we have tech versus magic. On his own, Booster Gold is just a dude. He's a former football player who got basically kicked out of the sport for betting on games. Zatanna is, without her magic, a stage magician. So, that being said, any thoughts on Booster Gold versus Zatanna?
Well, who's more interested, a football player or a stage magician?
I mean, Booster Gold is probably one of the more endearing characters because of a kind of comic relief. On a outward facing, he's very selfish. He is all about trying to become popular and wealthy. But a lot of that is a front to cover up the fact that he does protect the time stream, especially in the later years, where Booster Gold plays the part of a moron to keep people unaware that he's actually keeping shit happening in the right order it's supposed to happen. Kind of like the TVA in Marvel, but like one dude instead of like a weird organization.
I mean, I'm going towards Zatanna here because it feels like her magic is probably going to be more effective than whatever tech Booster Gold has stolen from the future and come back to the past to become a hero with.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't really the kind of match that paints a great picture of the DC heroes. You got like a janitor versus a stage magician. So
Yep. I agree with John on both points.
So Zatanna, okay.
Yep.
I am all okay. What I will do. I love Booster Gold. Booster Gold is a very fun character. He was the heart of Justice League International. But that being said, I want Zatanna to advance because I think her next round matchup is against Superman, who is notoriously weak against magic, and I think that could be interesting. So, we're going to have Zatanna versus Superman going into the next round, so she will advance past Booster Gold. Our next round, however, are two Vertigo comics favorites. We have Swamp Thing, the Avatar of the Green, against John Constantine, a character that I'm curious how you guys feel about, because he's kind of I don't want to say a caricature of like the United Kingdom, but I mean, he's a Cockney guy and has a surly attitude and expert with magic and what have you. So, I guess the question is, like, how familiar are you both with Swamp Thing and John Constantine?
I'm familiar with his animated TV show.
Yeah, go Swampy.
Mm-hmm. The weird bug thing.
That weird bug guy.
Mm-hmm. Whatever his name was, Carl. I don't remember what his name was.
Carl. I think it was Weed Killer. I think it was his name. Anyway, So Swamp Thing is the embodiment of the cosmic energies connected to all plant life, aka the green. That manifests through manipulation of plant matter, allowing for him to change shape and size, travel through time, and can appear in places wherever there's life. So basically, he can kind of just pop in and out of places as long as there's plant life there. He also has superhuman strength, durability, and can regenerate himself, and can also grow wings out of plants that allow him the ability to fly. Constantine, however, is a genius level intellect. He has extensive knowledge of the occult, is an expert user of magic, whether that's telekinesis, necromancy, pyrokinesis, illusion projection, teleportation, or time magic, or chronokinesis. He is an expert tactician and manipulator. He is a master con artist and is a detective. Also, a chain smoker and played by Keanu Reeves. So, that being said, we know a little bit about their power sets. Both powerful members of the Justice League Dark. Thoughts on Swamp Thing versus Constantine?
I mean, it sounds like Constantine has the upper hand here.
You think?
Yeah. Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, but Swamp Thing was played by Ray Wise in his movie.
Well, fuck, I forgot that. That changes everything.
Oh, like this whole being connected to the green thing, like that sounds like it's a pretty powerful thing for Swamp Thing to have in his back pocket.
Yeah.
What was? Tell me Constantine's powers again, real quick.
All right, Constantine is expert with occults and the occult knowledge and demon. He is a genius level intellect, an expert user of magic, including telekinesis, necromancy, pyrokinesis, illusion projection, teleportation, and chronokinesis, among others.
Pyrokinesis.
So fire.
He can set shit on fire.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp Thing can be connected to all the green shit he wants. Constantine will set it on fire.
You make a good point.
Something to think about. Well,
Depends if Swamp Thing could like overwhelm Constantine before he can set him on fire, then maybe, you know,
didn't
he'd
you say
stand a
he had
chance.
like some kind of time power as well?
Chronokinesis, yes. So he's able to manipulate
Yeah,
time with magic.
Let's go back in time before Swamp Thing was able to figure that out.
Oh, jeez. Not looking good for Swampy.
Tried his best.
I don't know. So Dylan is going with Constantine. John, you are leaning towards you seem a little undecided at the moment.
Well, yeah, my
Go ahead.
sorry.
No.
I was gonna say my first thought was Swamp Thing, and now I'm being swayed more to the Constantine side of things.
I will not lie. I am firmly in the Constantine camp on this one as well. I think, Swamp Thing is at one point was Alec Holland, and then eventually discovered that he really wasn't. That he is actually this living embodiment of the green, and that Alec Holland was just an idea that he thought he was. Constantine is rough around the edges. He is a master manipulator. Dylan, you read the Deadpool and Batman comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw him fucking around with Doctor Strange, of all people. And, like, that's the kind of guy he is, where he was, like, the first thing he did was headbutt Doctor Strange and steal the Eye of Agamotto. Like, he's a dick. Like, that's the thing about Constantine, is he is not going to fight clean.
Yeah. Well, I'm in my case for Constantine. Are we happy enough with Constantine then?
Sounds like it, John.
I don't know. It's been a while since you spun the wheel.
Okay, we'll spin the
I'm
wheel.
gonna go Swamp Thing.
All right, we're spinning the wheel. If it lands on John, it's Swamp Thing. But if it lands on either myself or Dylan, we're going to go with Constantine. Yep. All right, cool. So it landed on me, so Constantine will be advancing. I've noticed we tend to go really heavy into magic. Are we secretly like all into magic characters?
Yes.
Apparently.
Don't think so.
I think it's about time we became a magic podcast.
We'll start talking about Chris Angel. All right, our final first round match. We have the Martian Manhunter, John Jones, the last Green Martian, and we also have the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, who is one of Earth's space cops, largely considered the best of them, really, just due to his mastery of willpower. So, real quick, how familiar are you with the Martian Manhunter?
I would say 0. Wait, he's
I've,
from Mars?
Yes,
Does he have a
he
bike?
is from Mars.
he does not have a bike.
He does not have mouse ears or anything.
Hmm. That's
But,
gonna be a
he
point
can
for
like shapeshift. He can float around. He's got a sweet cape.
So yes,
Yeah,
Martian
that's
Manhunter has superhuman strength, speed, agility, reflexes, stamina, endurance, metabolism, and durability. He has supervision, which includes heat vision and infrared vision and electromagnetic spectrum vision, microscopic vision, X-ray vision, and night vision. He can shapeshift, so he can change his appearance. His body has elasticity to it, so he can stretch himself. He can control his density, so he can phase through solid objects. He can turn himself invisible. He can make himself intangible. He can regrow parts of his body. He has extended longevity, meaning that he ages very, very slowly. He can fly. He's considered invulnerable. He's telekinetic. He is telepathic. He has a genius level intellect. He's an expert detective, and he's advanced martial arts artist and hand-to-hand combatant. The thing about the Martian Manhunter is that he was kind of designed to be like Superman, except he has a very big weakness as well. His weakness is fucking fire. Very famously in the first, I believe it was Final Frontier, I believe was the Darwin Cook storyline, a bit of an Elseworld storyline. Batman, his first interaction with the Martian Manhunter was informing him that he paid millions of dollars for a piece of comet that could weaken Superman, but he only would have to spend a penny for a book of matches against John Jones, or the Martian Manhunter. Green Lantern, however, has a Green Lantern power ring, which basically allows him to create constructs out of basically his imagination. If he can think it, he can make it. So giant robots, giant baseball bats, giant hands, giant fucking ambulances. He can give himself armor. He also allows him to travel through space and fly and create sort of shields for himself using his willpower as a source of energy. Martian Manhunter is a guy from Mars who came to Earth and became basically a police officer. Green Lantern is a guy from Earth who went up to space to become a police officer. So they're kind of mirror images of one another. Any initial thoughts on the Martian Manhunter versus Green Lantern?
Ask a question real quick about the Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
So the Green Lanterns, do they get their power from green stuff?
No, they do not get their power from green
Okay.
stuff. Basically, the ring is sort of powered by this sort of embodiment of willpower. So it is an emotional spectrum that has been harnessed as a fuel source. So if you are someone who has a lot of willpower, you're able to push through things and endure things, then that ring will work for you in ways that it will not work for others necessarily. That's why the ring chooses the person. You don't get to become a Green Lantern because someone decided it. The ring itself sensed that you are someone who is capable of great willpower and chose you.
Okay. I feel like whenever you read out Martian Manhunter's powers, they seem pretty extensive.
He is a very, very powerful and kind of underrated character for that reason. Also,
Yeah, it seemed
both
like
of these
a
guys
lot
actually
going on
founding
there.
members of the Justice League.
And also, you're like, his main weakness is fire, but that doesn't come up much for the Green Lantern. Like, the Green Lantern can't conjure up fire, can he?
Not
Probably
necessarily.
not, because like if he's making like it as constructs or whatever, then it's not going to be real fire he's making it.
Actually, fire. Yeah. So I'm leaning towards Martian Manhunter.
I'm sort of thinking along the same sort of lines.
Okay.
Didn't you say Martian Manhunter's got like some psychic abilities as well?
Yes, he is a telepath and telekinetic.
There you go. So maybe he could fuck around with Green Lantern's willpower and then, maybe sabotage his powers that way as well.
Mm-hmm. He's got options.
It's true. I
Yeah.
am inclined to agree with you that I think the Martian Manhunter could beat Hal Jordan. So
Okay.
we're gonna have Martian Manhunter advance. So that is
Although it's been a while since we spun the wheel, so maybe.
it. So where that is it for our first round matches, we're gonna take it right back up to the top. We have Power Girl versus Wonder Woman. We have a Kryptonian versus an Amazonian. Some would say pretty evenly matched in a lot of regards. Power Girl, again, has the same power and abilities of Superman. A little rougher around the edges attitude-wise. Wonder Woman is fucking Wonder Woman. Probably, like I said, the best hand-to-hand combatant in DC, in my opinion. So, thoughts on that? We can refresh, what we talked about previously with these characters, but if you have your opinion, by all means.
I'm gonna stick a Power Girl.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I think if someone is mighty enough to beat a guy like Aquaman, you gotta go for Wonder Woman.
Something I want to also point out is that, like all Kryptonians, Power Girl has a weakness to magic, and Wonder Woman deals with a lot of fucking magic.
Okay.
The lasso of
Fair
truth
enough.
is
There you
a
go.
magic item. The bracelets are a magic item. The tiara that she uses as a weapon sometimes is a magic item. Her weapons are
Yeah.
considered magic as well.
But
But
what if you punch those things really hard, then they'll break?
well, so here's the thing, and this is not to get into a big long spiel, but I'm about to. The idea is that the reason that the Kryptonians are weak to Earth magic is that they are not naturally from Earth. So, like, all of the magic is derived from, like, basically the energy of the planet. And because they are not from here, that's what makes them weak and susceptible to it. So, again, Wonder Woman deals with the gods. The Greek pantheon, even in the Norse pantheon, she had some involvement with them. Like I said, I think she could definitely take Power Girl. I think she could definitely exploit that frustration and the anger that Power Girl has. And she can get around some of those Kryptonian abilities with the fact that she's basically dripping in magic aura. So I'm
going back
inclined
to
to
the
go Wonder
wheel?
Woman.
Yep,
we-
sounds
we go-
like it.
So,
Go on the wheel.
So John, where are you? Are you with Wonder Woman or Power Girl? Because Dylan is with Power Girl.
I am 100% with Wonder Woman.
Okay. So Dylan, if it lands on you, Power Girl advances. If it lands on either of us, then it's gonna be.
This is how I got Power Girl here in the first place, I believe.
Dylan, you got to bet on Power Girl more often. All right, so it landed on
Yeah.
Dylan. So Power Girl is going to advance past Wonder Woman and make it to the final four in this side of the bracket.
Ooh.
In our next fight, though, we have Wally West, the Flash, the fastest man alive, against Batman. And as we've discussed,
Batman.
Batman
right.
with prep time is hard to fucking beat.
Yeah. Plus, Batman listened to our episode where we killed the Flash, and he took notes. We didn't do an episode where we killed Batman yet.
So
That's impossible.
the Flash's
Not-
weakness.
Not until John gets married to him and gives him syphilis.
So the Flash's weakness is cold. So if you freeze him down, extreme cold, it slows his metabolism down and will render him inert. Batman happens to deal with somebody who deals with extreme cold quite frequently, named Mr. Freeze. And if there's somebody who probably has the ability to get his hands on a freeze gun, it's gonna be Batman. Now, the Flash deals with his own version of Mr. Freeze, which is Captain Cold, pretty fucking frequently. As we've discussed, we have someone who is, again, literally the fastest man alive. He can run so fast he can go back in fucking time, for example, if he's using the cosmic treadmill, which we can discuss at another point in time if we need to. But we're against Batman with prep time. He also has known Wally West since he was a fucking child, because his sidekick was friends with him. So we have Batman who knows him very intimately, as well as, the Flash was a member of the Justice League, with Batman after Barry Allen died during the Crisis on Infinite Earths. So it's again, all the powers in the world run into a problem when you're against Batman with knowledge and prep time. I'm inclined to go with Batman.
We talked about this one way longer than I thought we would.
Really? Okay. So, John, are you in the same boat then?
Oh, yeah, 100% Batman.
Okay. We've got Batman. Moving on. Up next, this is one that could be a bit interesting, just like Power Girl versus Wonder Woman. We have Superman against Zatanna. As we have discussed previously, Kryptonians are weak to magic, and magic is fucking Zatanna's forte. Superman has had to contest magic many times, so he has had to endure it and get through it one way or another, so he has experience dealing with it. It's, again, one of his weaknesses, but it is something he has managed before. Any thoughts on Superman versus Zatanna?
I mean, logically, we probably should pick Superman, right?
Oh, logically, we should be picking Zatanna if magic is Superman's one weakness.
Well,
Or
you know
one
what?
of his major weaknesses.
You know what, John? You persuaded me. I'm gonna go with Zatanna.
The thing about
There
that
you go.
is, Zatanna is dependent on casting magic by speaking backwards. Who is faster than a speeding bullet?
The Flash.
Well, true as well. But for example, if Superman going into this fight knowing he's up against Zatanna, if he can put his hand over her mouth before she's able to cast a spell, fight's over. He can literally.
Yeah, but what if she kicks him in the dick?
I don't think that would have an effect on him.
Has anybody
Probably
tried
break
kicking
her
him in
foot.
the dick?
Yeah, exactly. He's super durable, and her foot's not magic. She's the ability to cast magic. She doesn't have a magic foot. Now, if Aquaman was punching him in
What
the
if
with a magic
before
water
the fight
hand,
she cast a spell on her foot that made it really strong?
I mean,
And then if Superman puts his hand over, then she kicks him in the dick with her super strong foot, and he doesn't expect it because nobody's ever kicked him in the dick before. And he's like, "Oh!" and he takes his hand
Actually,
off her mouth to go,
that-
"Oh!"
he did
And
get
then
kicked in the
you
dick
say
in the
the word.
Superman movie.
Whatever. That we're talking comics here.
Okay. So I'm inclined.
I'm just saying.
I'm inclined to go Superman. I think that Superman is the thing that would hold her back. If it was Superman versus Constantine, which is possible if they both advance the next round, that's a harder fight because Zatanna is dependent on being able to verbally cast her magic by speaking backwards. Constantine doesn't have that same problem. He can cast without doing that.
Okay. Well, I'm still going with Zatanna.
Okay. going Superman.
I am gonna go for Zatanna.
Okay.
Hey.
We will spin the wheel.
Wheel time.
If it lands on me, Superman advances. If it lands on Dylan or John, then Zatanna will.
Odds are good.
Pretty sure it's my turn next.
Oh no, it's
Uh-oh.
Will loves Dylan today. Will
Uh-oh.
loves Dylan today. So Zatanna will be advancing
40
past
was-
Superman.
The Wheel of Fortune.
All right, we have another super being versus another magic user, and our last of this particular round, we have John Constantine versus the Martian Manhunter. So, without stating the obvious, I'm going to state the obvious, which I guess is stating the obvious. Regardless, one of the abilities that John Constantine has is pyrokinesis. Martian Manhunter's weak against fire. It literally causes his body to deconstruct, and he goes into a panic state due basically, physical weakness to fire. So, unless some trickery fucking happens, Constantine could beat Martian Manhunter just on the ability of being able to throw a fucking fireball.
Boy, this pyrokinesis is really saving his ass here.
He found the right people to go against him.
He did all right. I'm gonna go Constantine.
I mean, it's hard to argue against that logic, really.
Yep.
Constantine it is.
So Constantine will go past the Martian Manhunter. Like I said, just a bad draw for Martian Manhunter on this one. All right, so we got our final four. We've got Power Girl, we've got Batman, we've got Zatanna, and we've got Constantine. We've got 2 magic users, a Kryptonian, and a dude with a lot of prep time and money.
Yep.
That being said, Power Girl versus Batman. We have a Kryptonian from an alternate Earth, and we have Batman, who is fucking Batman. And one of those things Batman has at his disposal is a ring made of kryptonite that he has in his possession in case Superman ever goes awry. That's a big fucking thing to have against Power Girl.
Yep. That's gonna make it seem like, I mean, if he's prepared to fight Superman, then he's prepared to fight
any of them.
And
arguably, Superman is the best of the Kryptonians.
Right. So you would imagine it's probably gonna be Batman.
It's gotta be.
However,
Dylan's doing real good on the wheel.
There's no however for me.
I really want to see if I can get Power Girl into the final.
All right.
Oh my god, I have no idea how I want to fuck this bracket up so bad.
I mean, honestly, it's a little fucked. It's a little fucked. But anyway, so
I could fuck it more.
I'm going with Batman. John, where are you going?
Yeah, Batman, 100%.
Okay. So Dylan, the wheel has been loving you. Is the wheel going to continue to love you? We'll see.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna hate me if I can pull this one off.
Oh my fucking god.
Dylan, the wheel loves you today. That is Power Girl advancing past Batman, able to overcome the kryptonite ring. Power Girl gets herself into the finals to represent DC Comics. All right. Our final matchup, Magic versus Magic. We got Zatanna versus Constantine. Not only teammates, former romantic partners as well. Both very, very well skilled at what they do. Both very, very talented at what they do. This one is difficult. You have 2 experts at Magic against each other. And
But Constantine has pyrokinesis, though.
Well, yeah, and Zatanna does too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
shit.
He doesn't have to speak backwards to cast spells, though, so...
I think the other thing going for Constantine's favor is he is way more willing to fight dirty.
Yeah.
What do we think, Constantine?
I'm thinking Constantine, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Zatanna, but boy, oh boy, if there's anyone's going to exploit the fact that they used to be romantic partners, it is going to be him. And he's going to be fucking dirty about it. So, we have our finals for the DC side. A bit unexpected as well. We have Power Girl, who is our Kryptonian, against John Constantine, our magic user. We have discussed this at length now. Magic versus Kryptonians very rarely works out well for the Kryptonians for the most part. It is one of their big weaknesses. Power Girl was able to get past Wonder Woman, however, and and Constantine has been able to exploit his ability to use fire, essentially. But he also has many other versions of magic he can use against Power Girl. Dylan, I know how you're angling for this because you've been consistent with Power Girl. Are you still siding with Power Girl against John Constantine?
Well, this is the irritating thing is that, again, by all stretch of the imagination, I should pick Constantine. But the chance to fuck it up again is right there. You know what I mean? And like, I can't go all the way here and then just fold on the final thing. I gotta just try to fuck the whole thing up.
You gotta see it through.
So I gotta see it through. What kind of a coward would I be if I quit now? So I'm gonna have to say Power Girl.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Well, I am inclined to go with Constantine. John, are you?
Yeah, I'm Team Constantine all the way.
Listen, my luck's gonna run out at some point. You know what I mean? This is gonna be it. I can't possibly pull it out. Like you know,
All right. Yeah, we're gonna see,
what kind of
It
a
Dylan.
lands
god
on
would
you
it,
again.
though?
We'll find out if it does.
Yeah,
Yeah, the streak's over. The streak is over.
yeah, yeah.
John
Hey, I had to
Constantine.
try. I had to try.
John Constantine will advance past Power Girl, making him the representative for DC Comics in the hero side. So that's a pretty interesting thing to go. A character who's very kind of morally gray for the most part, ultimately representing DC.
I don't think that that's like a crazy pick, though.
I don't think it is.
Like you said, morally gray, because the thing about Superman is his, his pure goodness, and a lot of the stuff in there, so it's like a lot of the other superheroes and stuff, they're all very, good guy kind of person. It's nice that you have somebody like Constantine who's a bit more like, listen, we're having a tournament here, we're fighting for the good of the world or the good of the comics or whatever. You gotta kick a few people in the dick here. You gotta play dirty times.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead. I will. Let's leave the bracket. We'll jump back over to our cameras, and we'll talk a little bit more about this, I think. So, guys, John Constantine will represent DC Comics Hero Wing in our tournament. Again, so that is interesting that both the Marvel Hero side and the DC Hero side are represented by kind of chaotic magic users.
Yeah,
We have a type.
we do.
We have a type.
We're a magic podcast again. That's
We're
what we're
about-
up to.
We love the X-Men and we love magic.
Yeah, if only there were X-Men that were also magic users.
As long as man, if only there was an X-Men whose name was literally magic.
Mm. That'd be a bit on the nose, though, wouldn't it?
That would be a little pointed.
Mm.
I think my cat just meowed into the mic. Thank you for that. And now it's purring into the mic. This is an auditory experience for everybody.
Okay.
So,
We all enjoy it.
that being said, what surprised you about this one?
Power Girl.
I don't think it's that big a surprise. I mean, Power Girl's a heavy hitter. She is a Kryptonian. The fact she's able to get through Wonder Woman that's a pretty big get.
Mm. I don't think. I mean, even though the winner was a surprise, I don't think there was that many major upsets along the way to get there. I think Constantine just had the luck of the draw really on his side.
He got very lucky with some of his picks.
He did
sure.
Against Swamp Thing and Martian Manhunter. It was pretty easy for him to get through, just because both with the whole fire deal.
Yeah, it serves you well.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought that one was much smoother than I think the Marvel superhero one was more chaotic. It's the most chaotic one so far.
It has been, yeah, considering. I think the thing about it is, and this it might say more to your familiarity with Marvel characters than DC characters, because we had a lot more kind of unanimous that person should definitely go through. Whereas I think with the Marvel side, where you guys are bigger Marvel guys, you had more strong opinions about characters. Where you had like Rogue versus Deadpool, for example. If you didn't have that sort of love for Rogue, you might look at it and go, yeah, Deadpool should beat that. That should be easy. And Rogue made it all the way to the damn near quarter. She was quarterfinals.
I still say she should have won.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got eliminated by Captain Marvel, though.
Well, you can see that. It makes sense.
So, John, it's been a bit since we asked it, and I think this is actually the first time we're recording in 2026. So, first off, where did you officially end 2025 on your movie count?
So I finished 2025 on 1,225 movies in total.
That's a good bit.
Pretty good. What was the last one you watched in 2025?
I watched the Fantastic Beasts series.
Yes.
Like those movies were leaving Netflix on New Year's Day. So I was like, oh, I might as well just watch those. So I watched the last one of those, which was The Secrets of Dumbledore.
What was the secret?
Nope. That he's gay, which wasn't that big of a secret,
Was
Yeah,
that
to be
really
honest.
it?
So
Was that really it?
uh, essentially, yeah.
Oh,
But
that's terrible.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't great.
That's a shame.
Well then,
What was the last one you watched in 2026?
or 2025. Well,
Should
no.
we
Yeah, let's. What's your?
save that for the next
Yeah, let's
podcast
do
we
that
do?
for the anyway. Because just, I mean, behind the veil here, we're gonna immediately record the DC Villains one after this. So we'll do this episode with the last movie John watched in 2025 with his final count. If you want to see other things that John watched in 2025, John, where can they go to read more about it?
They can head to Letterboxd and they can find me at Big John Bowski, all one word.
Dylan, what have you been up to lately?
I've been doing a lot of drawing and stuff. Well, on Monday nights I do a radio show on Barnes Digital Radio. UK time of 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock every Monday nights. Play a lot of music. You can tune in on the internet. It's really good fun. And then I draw a lot of stuff. Spare time. I drew a lot of stuff drawn this week. Sometimes I stream it on Twitch at Spooky LaRue, and I post it on YouTube at Team Crows and I think it's the same on TikTok. I don't remember. I already use TikTok. But there's some new stuff going up this year, so check it out.
There you go. My show Large Little Cup should be coming back relatively soon. I've been amassing a lot of interesting things to talk about and experiences to have, so we should be bringing them back shortly, I imagine. But until next time, you can find links to all that stuff in the description. If you have thoughts on who you think should have won the DC side, or if you agree with us that John Constantine was the absolute winner, let us know. In the meantime, though, we'll see you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.